what is the importance of the purchasing group. So what would be happening in a particular plant? You have a MRP run and people are creating the requisition manually, right? So you would be having a purchase requisition under a plant A for this material, for another material, for another material, and MRPs keep on running. So at given point of time, you can have a 5,000 plus purchase requisition, right? And then you have these buyers, this buyers, this buyers, this buyers. How they will understand or how they will try to filter it out of these purchase requisition on which these buyers need to work on out of 5,000 purchase requisition. कौन सी purchase, which purchase requisition they are responsible for. For identification of that, it is important to have a purchasing group. And with purchasing group, they would be able to filter. We have a reports like ME5A, your purchase requisition report. You can filter it with your plant and with your purchasing group. Okay, with your plant, with your purchasing group. Okay, and with that, they would be able to filter out of this 5,000, there is 27 purchase requisition which is belong to them, which they need to look and take it forward for the sourcing and then for the procurement. So it's an important element to filter out from 1,000 of the purchase requisitions that which one a particular buyer need to act on. It is very important that when you are designing the purchasing groups with the business, make them explain that it should be linked to the materials, because after all, you need to link them to the master data. Okay, you need to link them to the master data. So it should be linked to the materials. So it like a, you know, the behavior or the classification of the materials should be used to create a purchasing group. Should be used to create you cannot create a purchasing group that this is a purchasing group who would be buying the materials, any buying which is more than 5 crores, this purchasing group would be buying. That is a very poor classification. Then you will not be able to identify that which materials somebody need to buy. Okay, the classification can be this group is responsible to buy cements and steel. So then all cement and steel you can assign a particular purchasing group, right? This group is responsible to buy MEP, materials, equipment items, right? Plumbing items. Then those kind of materials you can put a particular purchasing group. Then the filtration you would be able to do it. Otherwise, the first thing, if we are not using that concept, purchasing group is not mandatory. You all have seen when we create a purchase requisition, at the item level, when the material is created, we have only identification plant. At the purchase requisition level, purchase org will not be there. Purchase org will come later on. But when you're creating a purchase requisition, purchase org is not there. At the material, you only have a plant. Then if a purchasing group is not mandatory, then without purchasing group, you create a purchase requisition. Then the 1,000 of purchase requisition, the first thing department owners, sub-department owners need to do is make sure that identify the purchase requisitions which belongs to them, assign their purchasing group to them manually. Okay, if it is not linked with the material, if their procurements are not linked with the material, exact mapping with the materials are not there, then there would be additional activity that first identify the purchase requisition, assign a purchasing group to them, so that you have been sure that these are the purchase requisitions. Already these purchasing departments are working on them, and then it would take ahead to create a purchase orders. Again, it is not mandatory to at the purchase requisition level to create a purchasing group, but it is very beneficial. When you will be creating a PO, at PO header level, you will be maintaining that, okay, for this purchase org, I am creating it, and this is my purchase group. At the PO header level, your company code, purchase org, purchase group, you will be maintaining it. Okay. I hope with this example, you will be clear that what is the usage of purchasing group and how the purchasing groups would be important.